Thank you for your super chat. Jerry, do you think flop pressing makes one's cup wrist weaker long term? Also, push training tips like that. Doing this all the time makes your wrist weaker. He is saying.
No, I think it becomes almost like a natural reflex. So I look at it like if we're starting straight, right? And then I go to jump in, what I want to do is I want to jump in like this, right? But if I go to jump in, if someone's taking my hand, I feel like my motion, if I'm still pushing here, the difference from being here to being here is got to be 10 degrees, right, Inga? Right? From here to 10 degrees. So if I've got this 10 degrees and my shoulder's on it, I'm okay with my hand bent back, right? So the people that come out on my fingers that I'm allowing that to happen. Believe me, would rather it be inside, which was like match 3 with Gennady. So contrary to what people think, you still have to have strong fingers, right? To do the press. Because the idea is you still have to hold on up here.
Yeah.
So if my wrist is back, if you go too far up here, it now makes it impossible to pin them, right?
So even in step, you need the grip, right? Even in step, you need the grip, yeah? Correct. So that they cannot climb up on your hand, yeah?
Right, because if they go too high and your wrist is down here and your wrist is now below the pad, well, look, the other person's hand is up above the pad. So you'd have to bring them below, almost like you have to touch the table to get the win. I want to make it so that I keep my fingers locked up here. So my finger lock is strong, right? It's just I give up to go for the press.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a question. To go inside or to do flop wrist, do you decide that whenever you realize that you cannot cup the guy and then you directly dive without the wrist, or you in any way try to get him in and at the last moment you do this, or you decide you realize it before the go?
No, when we're setting up and we're getting ready for the go, I'm ready to go inside. But if their first move is the elbow comes to the back of the pad, right, and they're sweeping out, then rather than me going and opening my arm up, I'd rather stay in tight, and then I'll just give up the wrist and go for press.
Yeah, and then hold your body and tricep is pressing over his brachyradialis right here, this muscle here.
Yeah.
I understand. But I always thought that, whenever you do flop wrist, you needed your pronator, because if you don't have the pronator, if your palm is turned that way, your tricep is working to the loose inside. To make it to work, to win inside, you need to have this pronator to, to tricep forwards. So, but you said that you go in a spinated way. If they take your wrist, then you continue. How is it possible to, if you are spinated and then your wrist is taken, now your palm is looking up and then the tricep is working to this way, not to win it. You need to have a little bit here so that you can press. So don't you think that your pronator is important? I mean, I am asking you because you are the specialist of this. There is no way that I can argue about this with you. If in last 30 years, if you ask like who is the best top roller, you can have 20 different names from people. But if you talk about the flop wrist pressure, like 100 person you ask, 100 answers, Jerry Cadorette. So you are the man. So I am asking just to learn from you.
Yeah, and to answer your question, there's no real easy answer. It's I could be going in, but as they go out, it's almost one fluid motion for me, right? That as I go in, if they turn with me, then it's game over.
Yeah,
it's game over for them, right? But if they don't turn with me and they go out, then I'm still going down, and then it's almost like my hand goes the other way, right? And then that's why as I'm pressing, I'm never pressing to the pin pad, right? I'm pressing
forward,
table.
Yeah,
I keep one motion, and that motion is diving in. Then my hand gets opened, and you're right. To be effective, your wrist needs to
You need
be
to have the pronation. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So as you're doing it, it's now no longer pinning to the peg. It's pinning out of the table, right?
Okay. So, but for sure, when you press with that wrist, you need to have your pronator, right? It shouldn't be turned that way.
Right. I prefer to have it. Correct.
Yeah. To apply max tricep to the winning side. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. That point, if the guy doesn't do only fully pronation, what if he gets you in with the pronator, make your palm like this, and then pronate out? That could be dangerous for you, probably.
Yeah, but you just said then pronate out. Once he pronates out, there's my lane again.
Yeah, but does he have to do full pronation? What if he just stays here and then also riskers and rolls you instead of fully pronation out? Like the way that they in the past, Rambet, John, they block you a little bit with their supinator. But I'm sure that from that
No,
time you
Ron,
also learn something, and you probably
Ron,
fixed it too.
Ron has one win on me in his life. One win.
I understand, but that was the way to do it. Yeah, that way. And then the same event, John also did it. But what I just tried to say is this: at that time, maybe that was the way, but I'm sure that you also did something for it, and then made sure that it doesn't happen again.
No, and you got to remember, I just said my hand is much stronger than people think. And they may think, oh, Jerry has a weak wrist or weak hand, but I can assure you, I can sit there and hold myself up at with just my fingertips on a pull up for a minute and a half at 90 degrees. I'm 330 pounds, right? And if I'm holding myself with just my hand and my fingers, and then I do 120-pound wrist curls, right, all day, all day.